Well, that's kind of a step over toe hold deal by Wisniewski. He's learning.
Taking lessons from the WWF.
The rookie is learning. I like that. It's a good play if you don't get caught.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Their own 36-yard line. Raider in trouble. Here comes Joyner. He's got him for the sack. Second sack of the afternoon. The second in the second half for the Philadelphia Eagles.
You know, you see Joyner, him making that sack, but there was one-on-one coverage all the way downfield. And you have Fernandez and Galt going downfield along with Dial, a tight end. There are only 3 people back covering, and this is where you start gambling on defense. And when you have 3 people covering like that, you're sending 8.
The loss is back to the 31, bringing up a 2nd and 15. They still don't bring in that extra wide receiver, though. They stay with Fernandez and Galt. Pressure again. He goes up for Jackson. It's intercepted by Jenkins. Flags down. It's taken to the 30. Down inside the 30 to the 24-yard line. Flags down, though, in the offensive backfield.
I got to believe that they're holding. Clyde Simmons is really upset because, I mean, they're just grabbing him all over the place. And this time it was Wilkerson again. Now, it's going to hold up. You see Big Clyde walking off. I mean, they're holding everybody. They're pulling their jerseys out of socket here.
Bo Jackson was the intended target on that pass.
All right, now let's just take a look up on the top side. Now that's Jenkins, and he's up there with Willie Galt. Now, is that holding? Is that little contact beyond 5 yards? We got plays all over the place. Jenkins makes the play, but Clyde Simmons is the guy that eventually gets held. And that's what that was called. That call was made. That's reversed.
Jimmy Giles is the tight end in there for the Eagles now. Keith Jackson out with a sprained ankle. Play action for Cunningham. Going up top, it's complete. Down to Ron Johnson at the 11-yard line. Eddie Anderson in with a stop. It's all tied up now at Cincinnati. The Bengals are trying to bounce back from a 7-point loss to the Dolphins last week. The Oilers and Vikings in control of their 2 games. And Washington still maintaining that 12-point lead.
Here comes Johnson. He's the only wide receiver with a catch. This becomes his second one. He makes his catch here, then draws a crowd.
The running play. Tony won't give up inside the 5. Here's near another first down. Perseverance by Anthony Tony.
The 2 defenses on the field today have played so well and really contained all the people that they've had to contain. Cunningham, Bo Jackson, but all of a sudden a turnover. And that one turnover going into this game. Remember, Philadelphia led the league with 24 turnovers. Another turnover here. They're looking for first down. It is first down.
They've got it by the nose of the football.
Eventually, something has to break.
Art Shell, 2-0 as the Raiders head coach after victories over the New York Jets on Monday night and last Sunday at the Coliseum, defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 20-14. 3 tight ends in there now. The goal line situation as they have taped the ankle of Keith Jackson. He's back in there along with Jimmy Giles and David Little. Tony will get it. He's not short of the goal line inside the 1. 11th carry of the day for Anthony Tony. A total of 40 yards.
Just go straight ahead and do it again. You pick up a yard on this deal right here. Tony's going in. Byers, you see him when the 41 gets knocked off. Heller does not get a block. The defense is all bunched up in the middle. But you did pick up a yard. Now you have a yard to go. You have 3 downs to do it in. Don't try anything fancy.
Same formation for the Eagles. Byers, Tony in the backfield. 2nd and goal of the 1. Cunningham over the top. Touchdown Eagles.
Nothing fancy.
Eliminating the element of risk. In a bad exchange on a handoff, Cunningham will take care of it himself. That's his 7th carry of the day.
And he is their number 1 rusher. Why not?
He's got 58 yards. Now a touchdown run as well. Zendejas in for the point after try to the hold of John Telchik. It's perfect. And there's our first score of the day as the Eagles capitalize on that turnover, the interception by Izell Jenkins. A minute 56 left in the third, and the Eagles get their first touchdown. Back to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Joel Myers along with Paul McGuire. A 1-yard touchdown run by that young man out of UNLV, Randall Cunningham, giving the Eagles the first score of the afternoon as they took it from the 24 of the Raiders.
What a pleasant person he is, isn't it? Randall Cunningham. I mean, he really is a genuinely nice guy. Quiet. Not out here, he's not quiet.
He's a leader. Zendejas with a high end-over-ender, a very short one taken to the 12 by Bobby Joe Edmonds. Edmonds finding a lane that closes in a hurry with a flag down on the play across the 25 to the 27. Jesse Small, one of the draft choices and one of the 4 draft choices for the Philadelphia Eagles. They have the fewest total of draft picks in the NFL this year. The Raiders were second in that category with only 5.
That's number 87.
Ty Ellard, number 58, is coming off limping. They're helping him off the field.
We'd like to remind you, many of you on NBC will see the second half of our doubleheader, a homecoming of sorts for Bill Walsh, along with Dick Enberg. The 49ers will be taking on the New England Patriots at Stanford Stadium. Of course, Bill, the head coach of the 49ers for so many years, but before that, the head coach, the Stanford Cardinal. And then some of you will see Denver and Seattle at the Kingdome, the second half of our NFL doubleheader. Smith and Jackson, the eye in the backfield on 1st and 10 for the Raiders after the holding call. Takes it back to the 18-yard line. Jackson, best run so far, across the 30, head over heels near the 35 to the 36 for a first down.
There's some excellent blocking on the right side. You're talking about Wisniewski, Wilkerson, and their block. And when he goes, take a look left of your screen, just that little bit of a hole. When he sees that little hole, Clyde Simmons, 96, gets knocked to the outside. The blocking is perfect. Bo picks up, what, 15, 16 yards?
16 yards exactly for a Raider first down. 50 yards so far for Bo Jackson after gaining 85 last week. Do you think they missed Marcus Allen just a little bit? And what about Timmy Brown?
Marcus say wouldn't play in the same backfield with him at the same time? I think he would.
Steve Berline in there at quarterback now for the Raiders. Jackson again with flags on the play. Dead ball penalty coming up.
Offense.
Berline relieved in the latter stages of the third quarter last week, but he was only 1 of 5 in the passing department for 15 yards as he's hit almost 60% so far this season.
Offense, right guard, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Steve Wisniewski, the rookie from Penn State.
There's Jay Schroeder. You know, the Raiders have always done this. They won't hesitate in making a change, and it doesn't make any difference where it is on the field, whether it's quarterback or not. They'll just go just to get something else happening in the ball game.
And when Art Shell was asked about the move last week when he went to Steve Berline, he goes, I'll make it when I get the feel for it, when I think we need a change and we need a boost. Berline on 1st and 15 to Fernandez. He's out of bounds across the 35. 37-yard line. Forced out there by outside linebacker Seth Joyner. There is a flag down on the opposite side of the field, though, as Andre Waters, the strong safety, is talking to one of the officials. The illegal use of hands call against Philadelphia. Was it Waters?
I love this. I mean, the guy makes the call, right? And all he's got to do is tell it to the referee. Say illegal use of hands.
Illegal use of the hands. Defense, number 46, 5 yards.
See how easy that was? But it takes like almost a minute.
It's called on Izell Jenkins. Penalties very similar. 6 for the Raiders.